I'll know if I got an 8-hour flight, I'm more excited than if I got a 1-hour flight because I can read during that time.
So it's a mini vacation for yourself.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Beautiful.
yeah,
good.
To do. Boundaries for food I thought was interesting because a lot of us, when we travel, our travel time is based on other people's schedules. They tell us what time they're going to pick us up, what time we're going to eat, where we're going to eat, what time we're going to get home. So Sunil talked about trying to set boundaries with the people to say, hey, great, you know, if you're picking me up at 7, just so you know, I need this around 12, or I don't like to eat this, or I really need to be home by 8. He goes, if you set it earlier in the day, it just makes it gives you much more control over the day and takes away the stress. And then the last one was talking about FaceTime, and we sort of talked it through as we go through, and I was saying that for me, calling home is not necessarily less stressful. Like it's 50-50. I don't know if when I call home, am I getting hit with like, my wife's sitting there with like 8 things that are going on, and I'm just sitting there like, why did I call home? You know, this is not helping me recover. But what I've found is if I FaceTime with my wife, it's a lot different. There's something about seeing someone face to face that she won't unload on me. No. Like, not that my wife unloads on me. Wait, this is all
Not that my wife unloads on you, she unloads on you.
Yeah, so my wife is this, you know, unbelievably kind as she normally goes. So,
Kathleen is dialed in.
For me, I find that if I'm doing that, it's almost like when you meet with a customer face to face, they tend not to get as mad at you as if you're talking to them just on a phone call, and then they'll just decide. It's like customer service, right? It's tough to really get mad at someone face to face.
Anybody else want to add to this list? Anybody have any other tips that they use to help them recover either mentally, emotionally, or physically? Or anybody sleep on planes? What do you got?
No, I have a yoga stretch thing that's on my iPhone. So even if I'm exhausted, it's something I can do in my hotel room. It takes 20 minutes, and it does really help me unwind and kind of relieve the stress of the day.
So yoga, stretch video.
Yeah.
Or an app.
Or an app?
Or an app.
Apps
You
are
can do
really,
apps too,
meditation
yeah.
apps are really good.
They're really,
Meditation
it's like a
apps.
20-minute, I know I always have 20 minutes to do that. Yeah.
I could add one more dimension, which is when you're traveling to a different time zone, when it's evening there, it's daybreak in the US. So I make sure that there are deliberate times of disconnection. So for example, if I decide after 8 p.m. when I'm there in Asia, I will not work, and so I make sure I'm off email, people, and then come back at a certain time. So that gives me that time to. Otherwise, you're working through the day. You're doing your day in Asia, and then you're doing your night also. So it becomes difficult.
So you synchronize back to your home base. Okay. Yep. I watch sports when I'm in the airports. I'll go ahead and eat, and then I'll go ahead and just watch some sports, just to get that relief, you know, and then I'm ready to go again. So that gives me a little mental, emotional break. All right, good. All right, give it up.